like to start to go into some of the questions you asked, and then we're going to open this up and hear from all of you guys as well. It's been some really good ones. And this one I'd like to ask is to the panel, and maybe you could just put your hand up and see if you want it. Is anyone still working or concerned about their fluency at this point? I mean, are you, I practiced every day for 1 hour at my lunchtime in my car when I went through my therapy. That I did that, I don't do that anymore. But, does anybody have a practice, have a system? Are you still working on your speech?
I'll say something. When I feel like I'm going through a rough phase, I do take a few moments when I can and review and remember things that I learned, just to remind myself that I have tools. But I don't do it every day, and I don't think about it all the time. Just every so often I slow down and kind of review.
Yeah. Paula, I thought you wanted to talk.
Yeah, I don't necessarily work on the oral motor side of speech. What I've been focusing on more is the emotional side of stuttering. And I try to be more present in my body. I try to self-soothe myself if I get anxious. And I find that when I'm more in touch with my emotions and positive self-talk in dealing with the anxiety side of stuttering, that I sort of become more fluent. But I tend to go back to the little girl that stutters and all that fight and flight emotion that I had growing up. And I find that that comes out now still at the age of 68. So yeah, I don't spend all that time that I used to on working on oral motor fluency. It just seems to be something that doesn't necessarily make me feel all that comfortable now.
Stephen.
Yeah. Well, when I came back to Texas and I started living in Bryan, well, I did my schoolwork at the University of Texas. So I started making contact with people back there that I knew or that I knew about. And I made some contact with the Line Stuttering Institute over at the University of Texas. And I wasn't sure whether I wanted to do any speech therapy or anything. But then earlier this year, I decided I actually wanted to do some speech therapy. And so I'm 78 years old and I wanted to do speech therapy. It seems kind of late, but but then that's light. And so, I've been doing it for about the last couple of months. And, the activities they have me do were fairly standard things like eye contact, voluntary stuttering, and self-disclosure. And so I'd never done any of these before. And so the speech therapy was new to me. And I found it very helpful that I enjoy eye contact. I'd never done it before in my life. And I almost enjoy self-disclosure, that I'm trying to make it into a game. And as far as voluntary stuttering, I'm still learning how to do that. So yeah, you know, you're still doing it. You're just never too late, I guess.
That's bravo. I think that's so cool, especially, you know,